Hi everyone, it's Jean. I hope you all have had a good start to your week so far. I am stopping by just to show you a few things that I've been working on. And it's kind of like one of those situations where you need to go through your things and see what you have and kind of organize a little bit, and then you get your creativity back. Sometimes with the stresses and things that we go through life, it causes our mojo to go south sometimes. But I'm back and I have a couple things to show you. What I've been doing mainly is I got out my sewing machine. I had gotten a new sewing machine probably 6 months or so ago and haven't used it a whole lot because I always struggle with the bobbin, but that's a whole other story. So today, I'm going to show you a couple things that I've been working on. Nothing too fantastic, but, and I did want to mention for the Happy Mail movement, I have gotten 2 envelopes so far, one from April and one from Hope Smith. So don't think that I have forgotten you. I was going to wait until the end of the week to open the envelopes in case I got any more. So your envelopes will be going out this week as well. I'm looking for, so there's a couple of things that I collect, and one of them is vintage crocheted trim and vintage lace and vintage doilies, dresser scarves, anything that has any kind of embroidery on it. I will save it. Now this particular piece I have is going to be making a really beautiful cover to a journal, and I really love how this rough edge looks. Don't know if I'm going to keep it. It depends upon the style of the journal. But I also have another one that I'm starting the cover on here, and this one also has a vintage embroidered doily on it. So I will be showing you how to do those in a little while, not tonight. Tonight, what I wanted to show you is something that's very easy and fun to do. You can do this by hand or you can do this by machine. Machine, of course, it's going to go a lot faster. So what I have in this box is a whole bunch of ruffles that I made. So here's, this one's a little bit wrinkly because it was some paper that was used for wrapping some picture frames, but the wrinkling doesn't bother me so much. What I will probably do with this piece is maybe stamp some lettering or something on it, just so it's not so plain. And then I just have little snippets of lace and fabric that I tore and gathered on my machine. This one's fabric and actually some really thick canvas. I know I have a lot of that somewhere and I haven't come across it yet. But these were just some cotton fabrics that I had that I needed to use up, and the colors are really pretty. So when you make the ruffles on your machine, you can combine colors of fabric, you can combine paper and fabric, you can also combine different colors of fabric together. Here's one I made out of tissue paper. that will also need probably some stamping just to give it some more interest. Here's some with lace. Here's another one. This was just a shabby torn piece. And then you get, oops, there's two here. And then you get all these strings, of course, and you'll have to cut them off or trim them off. I think I went to bed with a bunch of them yesterday because they get everywhere. This is some muslin that I had dyed not too long ago. So I went ahead and made a strip of that. And if you have a little project where you need a little ruffle or some kind of interest, you can just snip off a piece of this. You don't have to use the whole length if you don't want to. Here's some green, lots of pink. So I used some pink on the back, some pink plain, pink with lace polka dots, and this one is like a floral pattern with some lace on it. And I like them when they're kind of curvy. So when you make the ruffles, you don't have to be precise. I mean, I've seen different methods of doing them. I just kind of fold the fabric, let it stitch, fold the fabric, let it stitch as I'm going along, either with my thumb and forefinger or with just my index finger. So you have to kind of find your stride with that. But once you do, you can make some really cute ruffles that you can cut into pieces or use in whole pieces for your different projects. And if you want to make them by hand, it's just as simple as an in and out type of, I don't think I have a needle close by, but you just go in and down and up and down and up, and then you pull the string at the end and it gathers it. So if you need a quick one and you don't have your sewing machine out, or you don't have the color that you need, you can do it real quick with needle and thread. So these are the ones that I made, and I tore a bunch of other strips because I want to make some more, because I often find that there's just one little thing that my piece may need, and it might be a ruffle. Also, I made a couple pouches. Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form a seamstress. I just do what I want to do and I go from there. So this is just a little pouch that I made, and then I put a flap on it with a button. And what I thought would be really cute is to put this in a journal as kind of like a wallet or a little place to put a notebook. That would be cute, or some journaling cards. Just a cute little thing. You could even make yourself a little journal to go in here, and this could be the cover of it. Now, I just sewed a button on here, but if you want it to actually close, I would have to put some type of string or Velcro on the opening or something like that. So I thought this would be cute for like a shabby chic journal. This one is made from the half of the doily I showed you, and it's just a pocket, and it has this beautiful yummy lace on the edge. And this one is also done in a similar fashion. Now, if you can see this, see, I can't even sew straight. But this was fun, and I put a little hanger on this one, and I thought they could go in a journal, in a fabric journal, or mixed fabric and paper journal, or even on the front with something in them, I think would be really cute. So those are some of the things that I have been making, just sitting here kind of spending some time playing with the fabrics and the vintage pieces that I have. Lastly, I made this little house. Now, I'm a big fan of houses in my art. I love altered houses, and I think that came from a long time ago with an art group that I used to be in. And this one's made from, believe it or not, it was a triangle shape for a bunting or a banner. And what I did is I folded it over in the back so that it would be even, and then I used the point as the roof. And then I have just some cute little charm on here, and some little buttons. These are not buttons. These are like flat backs that I glued on after I embroidered some form of a stem here. And these are 2 little windows I made. And then I just cut some flowers out of the fabric I was using and sewed it on the roof. So this was really fun to make. And as soon as I find some more burlap, I'm going to make a whole series of these. So these are really fun and enjoyable to make and use your creativity. And actually what I plan to do with this one, because you can see where I embroidered on the back and you can see where I sewed the mushrooms on, you can take a little piece of lace, or I don't know if I have a real small piece. Let's see. I'll just use the end of this to show you. You can just take a piece of lace and put over this, and then you still have the pocket, and it doesn't look so you know, with the sewing on the back. You could do that actually with the roof too if you wanted to cover it with something, but not necessary. I probably, if I was going to put this in my journal, I might cover up the bottom part and just trim this up a little bit and then just let it go and put it in my journal as like a little pocket of sorts, where, or tuck spot where you can put some things in it. So always manipulating fabric and other textiles that you have to make them work for you in a journal. I also like layering different laces together and coming up with interesting designs. So this one could even turn out to be a piece in a fabric or paper mix journal, or you know, we could add some more things down here. So I'm really enjoying working with some of my vintage pieces. So since I had the word and theme of doily on my mind, I did want to design some different types of images that would go along with a doily themed or doily accented journal. So I'm going to show you what I have here, and they're all ready to go in my Kofi shop. If you are not a member of my Facebook group, I encourage you to hop on over there to Lilac Lane Livery Arts. It's listed in the bottom always of my description, along with my coffee shop and a couple other Facebook groups that I'm a member of. So if you've been looking for free digitals, or you've been looking for something unique, check out those coffee shops, and also check out the Facebook groups that I have listed, because all the Facebook groups that I have listed do offer free digitals at least once a week. Now, I got a little bit behind because of Thanksgiving, but I will be putting some in tonight and some in my coffee shop. So this first one is just kind of patterns of different doilies, and it has kind of a fall color theme to it, as well as vintage, but I really like these because I think they will make really pretty journaling cards, or perhaps tags if you want to use them. Now, let me mention to you that there are a ton of digitals that I made with the doily theme. They're not all the same style, and I haven't printed all of them, because if I sat down and printed all of them, I'd have a huge stack. So I only printed some of each style, so you could get an idea of what they're like. And then when I list them on my shop, I'll be sure to list all of them for you. So this one is done more of a fall color. These are done in green, purple, some yellow, some teal. And these are nice little squares just to have even as bases for clusters or whatever you might want to do. So you'll get some that are in that fall color scheme and some that are in a more pastel scheme, or are a lighter. So if you check out the coffee shop, you'll see some of the other styles on there. The next thing I worked with was some impressionism. If you think of like a Thomas Kincaid style, so I still used the theme of the doily, and you can see, if you don't see the doily in each of the pictures, their hats or their dresses may have doily type lace on them. So I have several of these that I'll put in my shop. I think they're just so sweet. If any of you make greeting cards, even, not necessarily Christmas, but around the year greeting cards, these are beautiful images for greeting cards. So you can put 4 together, you can use this big one, and they're really quite pretty. So I have this one, and then I made one where the cards are a little bit bigger. I love the flowers and the fruit, and the girls are so cute and wholesome. So these are a little bit different. Let me put these on the bottom because they are not doily themed. Okay, so for the Impressionist, I think that's all I have under that style printed out, but there's probably 6 or 7 that'll go in the shop. So that just gives you a rough idea. They're either single girls or what I call sisters, 2 girls together, and the beautiful tablescapes there with the daisies and the asters, or these kind of look like some other peony or something. So there you have that doily theme. The next one I did, these are very bright, but I love them because I think they, well, for me, when I started to make them, they really brightened up my day. So these are really rich in color, and they have doilies throughout and floral. And of course, I did make a couple girls, and they have a doily. So this is one of the sheets that, and here's another one. Now the doilies you can see here and here. And on this one, I added a couple feathers also. So this, this is a kind of surrealism, maybe. I think it's called fauvism, fauvism. Not sure exactly how to say that, and I forgot to look it up. But this is, the reason I think that I'm drawn to this is because the colors are so reminiscent of like Frida Kahlo and her type of design, and the colors are just really vibrant and pretty for this time of year. So here's another one, and this one has different doilies or designs, and pretty much everyone has a doily. I think this one's kind of like an abstract doily. This one's just a flower. But as you can see, and with the feathers, they turned out really nice. So these you will find in my shop. Here are some bigger doily pieces. I just love this one with the eye. I think that's so cool. So I'll definitely be using these for something coming up soon. And here are some other ones. These are some ladies. And she has a doily in the background. Doily hat. So if you don't see, you should be able to see in each of the images where the theme is doily. And then I did 2 tablescapes with doilies on them. I thought they were pretty. Now these here are surrealism. So surrealism is something that is going to be more popular going into the new year. This 2023, a lot of creators made, even decorators were into the minimalistic style, but I think that's pretty much on its way out. Now people want to see bursts of color and oddities and unique things. So these ladies are done again with the lace theme. You can see their hat, or I'm sorry, doily theme, their hats, their dresses, everything there you can see relates to a doily. This one here is so pretty. And I just love how her face is framed with the doily there. So you have those. Now these are also surrealism, but they're done a little bit differently. Now you still see the daisy application, doily aspect here and here. On this one, it's on her hat, and this one around the frame. So these are some more unusual images that you don't normally see from me, but I love them because I think they're so unique, and I enjoy working with images of flowers and people mainly, and I think these are really quite unique. Here's another set of the girls where you can see the larger version of the doilies, and I love how on this one the doily comes all the way up to her neck. Just really pretty. Now, because this is surrealism, you're going to get some odd little things here and there in your background probably. So if you want to fussy cut these out, they definitely would work for that. However, I think the backgrounds are really cool. Now this one is also a take on that same surrealism with a more colorful background. So here is another one with the eye, which I think is so cool. Here is one with the back of her dress. And this is just like some hanging baubles with a floral arrangement. And I'm not really sure what this is, except for it's really cool. So you can still see the doily theme coming through with that. Here are some others. Now these have more of a darker background. So you're getting, I mean, I am totally in love with this one that looks like she has goggles. And this one almost looks like coral on her head, but it's supposed to be lace. So quite interesting images that I got out of these. So these are going to be on my coffee shop, and you will be able to get some free and also get some that you can buy if you'd like. Now, I did these the other day before I got on to my doily kick, and these are just book pages with flowers, and I love how the flowers are laying on top of the book pages, and I put a variety of flowers in here. I put some yarrow, daisy, iris, peony, rose. I was trying to make coral bells out of this one, but I don't think it really, the leaves kind of look right, but I'm not sure about the flower. And here's some, these are all peonies, or peonies, however you pronounce them. So there's those. Then I have some shabby chic butterfly images. These have a lot of peonies, roses, the butterflies, some frames. These are really pretty for cards as well. So I have some that are in, oops, here was another iris floral page. I think those irises came out really nice too. So with this page, and there are several of these, you get to enjoy some of that more shabby chic, and you can see the writing in the background, and I really think these came out cute. I don't think I have any more of those, but I had some other, I have some little girls that match these butterflies, and I will put them out, put them on the coffee shop. And also I'd been promising to put on the little girls with the praying hands, and I forgot to do that. So they're going on there as well too. And that's kind of all within this same butterfly shabby chic style of printable. Now, I got into a little bit of the fantasy aspect. I wanted to do something with seashells, so I created these seashell images, and I think they are so cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. except for if you are doing a themed journal, they would look perfect in a themed journal. And I did them in both the blue teal color, and I did them in pink. So you have some in pink and some in teal. And then these young ladies that I did in teal, I really love them because they have either a castle in the background. This one has a boat. So really, really beautiful images. So those are for your... I was just thinking beach because this time of year, a lot of people want to escape the cold and they go to the islands or someplace where it's warmer and enjoy the beach. So that's what got me thinking of that. The last one I have, and this is probably more on the impressionist side. These are teacups with little birds on them. And I think they're so cute. And they would also make really good greeting card images, or just little images to put in your journal. Birds are very popular, so sometimes we just need that certain something, and you have now a bird on a teacup to put in your journal. So those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different designs. So those will be going into my coffee shop. I'm going to try to get them all uploaded tonight if I can, but they are ready to go for you to enjoy, and I can't wait to see what you do with them. I also wanted to mention, if I have, let's say for example, I choose to make the image this size and you need one that's full size, or you don't know how to size it yourself so that you can get a full size image, just let me know and I'll be happy to upload one for you that is a larger or one-page image if that's what you want. I think they're going to be fun to work with, not only because they are colorful and they inspire. These especially are really nice for junk journaling. So there's lots here that we can use, and I'm going to start being like Miss Carol and having 500 pages of digitals and not know what to do with them. Now these I just printed on regular copy paper. It's not anything special. And I did that because, well, number one, I was running out of cardstock, but all you have to do with these images, for example, if you wanted to make a journaling card or something out of one of these, is just back them with whatever kind of paper that you have. You can use recycled paper to do that. You can use file folders. You can get a couple file folders at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. You can use a thicker piece of paper, a book paper, anything that you want to create, you know, put on the back to make it a little thicker. So you don't have to leave it flimsy like it would be on the copy paper. So in the near future, I will be using some of these images and show you some of the projects that I have. And I'm hoping by Friday, I will be able to, I'm just going to wait a couple more days to see if I get any more envelopes from the Happy Mail movement. And I think what's happening with that is I'm based in the United States, and a lot of the channels that are participating are based in Canada. So if they are sending them from Canada to Canada, of course it gets to them quicker. But if they're sending it Canada to the United States and you're just sending it with a standard stamp, then you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 10 days for delivery. So it's not a problem with how long it takes for the envelopes to get here. It's just that if you don't see me doing a specific Happy Mail opening of envelopes yet, it's because I'm waiting on some to come from another country. And I do have some to mail out too, so I'm going to do that this week, I promise. So if there's any other questions or concerns you have, please hit me up. Check out the coffee shops. Check out the Facebook groups, because there's lots of free digitals on there. Caroline and Kim in both of their group offers free digitals, so make sure you do that. And if you haven't gotten your envelopes made, get them made, because you know Murphy's Law is you'll think you have time and then you won't. So that's all I have for tonight. I love you all. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great evening. Bye for now.